they will immediately do something disgusting to that person. Na-min made sure that this guy's mouth was on target. Ju-young also prepared for this right. Finally, because this man was afraid of this, he started to talk. They both didn't do that, to tell this man to say. Ju-young wants to know from this man about the Heavenly Dagon. That in the past when he first joined Heavenly Dragon. When he got the dragon tattoo. That currently a large group wants to accept minors. The dragon represents power and strength, the flower represents vitality and liveliness. No matter how beautifully flower blooms, to wither and fall to the ground, the Heavenly Dragon is looking for the next generation. Full potential power that adults don't have, depending on the situation they encounter or the experiences they face, that they can grow explosively. So the group quickly recruits young talent, and nurtures them in its garden. Then the little seedlings that grow come into bloom. It seems that the man has told the truth about the Heavenly Dragon. He asked to be released from this situation. Here Ju-young also thought, because of that, his father used to treat him very harshly. Raised him in a situation where he would train him. Since he was very young. His father keeps him bloom, faster than anybody else. Na-min was a little confused by Ju-young, who was in a daze, and immediately called him. But this man was a little confused because Ju-young was curious about his group. He immediately guessed that Ju-young seemed to want to join the Heavenly Dragon group. But this man will not recommend Ju-young to the Heavenly Dragon group. It seemed like that statement really annoyed him. He immediately grabbed the man's neck and put a little strength into his grip, which scared the man. He had truly said everything he knew. Ju-young looks ready to hit the man. He immediately punched the man with his right hand. He did this because he felt something. Damn. In the lobby they are still cleaning the place. Ju-young was also seen cleaning the place, after doing what he did. But suddenly Na-min came bringing a cleaner. He was confused as to why Na-min acting like this. He immediately thanked Ju-young. Because he had defeated the man, so Na-min could sleep soundly. But Ju-young was a little confused about this. An incident where Na-min experienced something bad in the past. Normally, humans who swallow this liquid will receive big damage. But in fact it was not for Na-min, and he told him about it. Because at that time he swapped it with water. There, Na-min also wanted to know why Ju-young was so obsessed with the Heavenly Dragon group. He also told him that now Ju-young will eliminate the group. That previously the two men who were defeated by Ju-young were in the same group, and each of them was the room leader. He immediately thought of looking for the current room leader, but Na-min told him not to do that. That since next week, all of the heads gather together for a meeting. Because that day was the day the committee meets up. Ju-young was confused about the committee, and Na-min tried to tell him. Every quarter, the heads of each room come together for a friendly discussion, or at least that's what it looks like on the surface. But it's actually place within the person where they talk about various illegal topics. The meaning of illegal topic is discussion about cartels. That's how Na-min explained it to Ju-young. And Na-min told Ju-young to be careful, and not to forget anything. That this place is a juvenile prison, the worst criminal in the nation. The most dangerous people are gathered. It looks like many people have gathered in one place. This guy looks like one of the head meetings. One of them has a dragon tattoo. They talk about Ju-young, who has defeated Park Jung-chan and guy with OCD. This guy seems want to finish off Ju-young as soon as possible and put them in their place. This big man also appears to have a Heavenly Dragon tattoo. Someone was seen entering the room. The man immediately took a shovel. It turned out that the person who came into the room was Ju-young. They are all targets of Ju-young. They all looked confused by the arrival of that person, because they didn't know that it was Ju-young. Including one of these men who has a dragon tattoo. Ju-young immediately approached the man with the tattoo who was the target. He prepared for the fight against the man. But it seems he refuses to fight with Ju-young. He was confused by the statement that the cell leader can use harshness, under the pretext of maintaining order. And Ju-young is already on the right track in the rules, but he is missing important here. In his fight against the previous room leader, there were likely justifiable reasons to accept those fights. That's right, the rules are called justification. For him, if this fight continues, there is no benefit for him, and he has no justification to respond. Despite that, if Ju Young insists on swinging his fist recklessly and disturbing the order prison, then the other leader can't leave Ju Young here safely. Ju Young was already surrounded by leaders. He tried to stay calm here by not acting rashly, because otherwise it would endanger him. He will be calm, and control his anger here. If not, the chance of him getting out of this prison unscathed and let alone taking control of the place, become very slim. It was a reckless method, but trying to confirm it was a good idea. The man woke up and spoke to Ju Young, that Ju Young could not possibly reach him no matter what. He knows that Ju Young is at hostile towards with the Heavenly Dragon group. He told Ju Young not to do that, because it was a stupid thing to do when dealing with the Heavenly Dragon. They finally dispersed from there, and Ju Young was safe from the incident. On the other side, it looks like someone is starting something. They will start the leaders' meeting. This meeting will be different because 3 of them is absent. They are absent because they are currently injured. He deeply regrets this incident. This man knows who caused the 3 people to be injured. All of that was because of Ju Young's actions. Then now Ju Young becomes new leader number 36. The people here think that the rumors are true, and do not match their expectations. Here he is thinking about something. That here there are 15 cell leaders gathered. At a glance, Ju Young did not see any Heavenly Dragon tattoo at all. Except for this one guy, it looks like he has the tattoo. Then Ju Young was given the opportunity to speak as the new leader. He also thinks that being a cell leader is totally useless. It seemed like he was waiting for something interesting here. One of them looked angry because of Ju Young's words. This person also explained the importance of being a cell leader, namely that if there is income source coming in, it will be directly operated by the cell leader. It is also known as shop. A portion of the profits from these shops is handed over to the warden. But one person did not pay part of this quarter's tribute. That person is Park Do-won, a gambling den. While the discussion was going on, one of the leaders talked about a strange rumor going around. That all the high-stakes games in the gambling den, which are supposed to be based on trust and fairness. This person spoke about the fraud to Do-won. They also seemed to be at odds with each other. Do-won denied that he had do fraud. And if that happened in his gambling den, Do-won would do something. Ju Young listened carefully to him. He frees anyone to do anything to him, including defeat him. That night they continued the meeting between leaders. The next day, in another place they were busy playing cards. Here is a place called Gambling Den, Shop Location Auto Repair Shop Vocational Training Center. This person is named Ji Yunho, a gambling den dealer. He said about a very simple game, than a regular house. This is a game that different from any other type of game, a game called Simple Dice. He looks happy playing this game. It turns out that Ju Young is enjoying the dice game at the gambling den. It seems like he has a plan in this dice game. Plan to make Do-won get out of the rules justification that restrains Ju Young from fighting him. He was thinking of a good plan in this regard. A good plan for Do-won so that it can be successful. He remembered Do-won's words, to freely do whatever he want to him if there was any fraud. And Ju Young will enter the gap that has been created. He will do anything to get close to Do-won. Yunho was shocked by Ju Young's actions. He has found the gap, that inside the dice there is a magnet. Ju Young has successfully uncovered the fraud in this gambling den.